Hi, today we're going to do an install video of an air conditioner on a camper, and it's actually, the model number is a Furrion unit. It's a FACR 15 HE-SA2-PS. Now, it's more readily known as the Furrion Chill2 HD15k. It's a little different than most videos. I've searched for a couple weeks to find a install video for this particular unit, and I have not found one. So come along and we'll see if it actually works. We're going to do a little comparison of the draw of influx current draw prior to putting it on, as well as after putting it on. Okay, we've got it hooked to the hot wire of the air conditioner circuit. I do have put the backlight on. I also hit maximum so it'll hold the max amps. Got this set to the 600 mark. And I'll go start the AC and we'll see what happens. Okay. So the AC kicked on. It drew 38.7 amps. 38.7. So that's not too bad. I've seen the air conditioners, other air ones pull about 70 to 80 amps. So that's pretty darn good. These two screws in the back side are a little different than the other ones. They have a, hopefully that'll focus, a flat washer side on it. It's not a washer, it's a flat head that's bigger, so it doesn't break that plastic back there. So just make sure you be aware of that. So this one, most air conditioners have a spot right here or somewhere here with a run capacitor. This is your pump, compressor pump. But they'll have the run capacitor here, and you put the soft start, hook the wires into that and the compressor. So these are the only wiring that's going in here, so it's got to be under this box. But I'm told that it's glued together with an adhesive. So we're going to try to take that apart carefully, and hopefully I don't break it. I'm praying to God right now. Okay, so there's a little bit of putty type right there. Okay. A little bit around these HVAC lines, pump lines that are, here's the seam, so I'll have to take that down off of the seam. Hopefully we can get that back. Got a putty knife and some other little plastic pry tools, and hopefully we can get this off without breaking. I'm just taking a putty knife and squeezing behind, in between it, and sort of twisting it and prying apart a little bit. That seems to be working really well. I called Lippert yesterday And they told me a lot of times they'll put some type of a glue type substance. That doesn't seem the case here, and I am very thankful they didn't. That come off super easy. And there it is. So let me swing you around here. Okay, so what we have in this unit, evaporator coil, right here is the run condenser. And thankfully that'll be pretty nice, easy spot to get at. I'll bring my wires out through here. That should wiring out through here. And that leaves me anywhere in here. I'll put the soft start. We'll figure that one out in a bit. Okay, so there was a cap on here. I had a wire tie. I had to cut the wire tie. I'll take that, put a new one on. Take this cap off the run capacitor. I made it so it slips in there, so that's sort of nice. Arm, fan, and your C connector. Resort to this. All right. Lay that aside. I'm going to pull up the instructions and go through this and get ready. Okay, so the first step in my instructions, follow the white wire from the compressor, which is here, to the white wire on the capacitor COM terminal. Well, this is the COM terminal. It's labeled with a C. Trouble is there's 3 white wires. So what I'm going to do is I had to put a meter on the white wire. Just shoved it in there on the compressor and pull these off. I have to pull them off. Test it, and that gives me signal. So that means this is the wire they're talking about. So we'll go from there. Okay. So that's on. We'll just test that good. I think I'm going to slide a little shrink wrap over this too, just in case I do go ahead and re-shrink these. I didn't bring the shrink wrap up. Okay. Well, we'll do what it says. Connect those together. And they're pretty poor. Pretty poor. I have to crimp them down. Don't like that at all. Gotta get a much better crimper on that. Okay, so basically you're just making a connection between here in that wire back here. Now it says take the black soft start wire and connect it to where this white wire from the compressor, where it came off of. So this will basically go onto there. There we go, on there. That step's done. Connect the red compressor wire. Disconnect the red compressor wire. So, okay, we'll have to take that off. Okay. Connect the yellow soft start wire on terminal that the red wire was on. The yellow soft start goes to that terminal. Reconnect the red compressor wire onto the piggyback connector of the yellow soft start wire. So apparently, instead of saying just put a piggyback connector on here first, which would leave you to believe you put it just a spade, you need a piggyback on that yellow. And then the red wire goes back on it. So connect this up, then this will go back on the piggyback. That could have been a little more clear, but we're ready for it. If you see a second red wire next to the red compressor wire, disconnect it and seal it. There is not, so we can skip. Follow the blue compressor wire to the terminal block. Okay. And blue compressor wire, where is the terminal block? So this is where it gets interesting in this particular air conditioner. So the blue wire from the compressor is supposed to follow that down and disconnect it from the terminal block. Well, this blue wire comes down in through here, and so there's nothing else blue except this blue wire right here. That blue wire right there. So that runs down in here, down into this control module. We'll validate that. I'm going to step that back. There's a blue wire there. So that means we would just clip that at that point. That'd be the same as disconnecting it from the terminal block. Terminal that the blue compressor wire was on. So they're probably talking at the terminal block. So if I cut this wire here and put this side of it that goes to the terminal block right there, and the brown one back here to the compressor, that should do the same thing. So secure the wires and then try it out. So I'm going to try that. I'm trying to find a place to mount this, and they have a couple places you could screw down, but I can only really get one. So I think what the best place to do is use the double side tape, tuck that right back against that and mount it flat against this piece here. Okay, I tried for a long time to get that tape off. I can't do it. It's probably 45 minutes that I sat here. Can't do it, so I'm doing the next best thing. I'm going to go in here. Can't take it anymore. So they have some nice places down here in this hard plastic. I got a place, if I put it here, I can screw it in the back, screw it in the front there. It's going to be stable. So we're going to do that, button this up, and get it done. Cable tied there. This is going to be awful high. The backlight on, hopefully you can see it there. Okay, and we're going to set the max and turn the AC on. And what do we get? 18.4. That is absolutely fantastic. And we're running constant at 13.2, 13.3. I know the compressor kicked on. It's cooling. It's a hot one. I'm going to call it a success. So, all right. Thanks for watching today. And it looks like a soft start was a success here.